Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh.
Hello guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Maddie. If you guys don't know my name, that probably means you guys aren't subscribed, so make sure you guys go down below and you hit that big red subscribe button and also hit the bell while you're at it so you guys can get notifications anytime I upload a video. So today I'm going to be doing a driving video. I'm not driving in this video. Hopefully maybe I can do some vlogs where I drive in videos, but I just got my license so I don't really want to rush that yet. But anyways, I am doing a video. I don't really know what I'm going to title it yet, but I'm going to give you guys tips on how to get your license. Try to not be nervous about it, and just little tips on how you can get it and how to make that process go by faster, and just how I did it, how the test went for me, and what you guys can do to make it a little bit easier on you guys. So about, I think it's a week ago now, I am watching the mailbox for my real license. I just have a paper one right now, but I'm watching the mailbox. I didn't get it today, which is sad, but about a week ago I got my license. So first thing is, I recommend going to a driving school. I went to Prosper Driving School, so if you guys live close to me, I'll put it right here and maybe the address or the website so you guys can go check it out. I can link their website down below, but I love it so much. It was great. I kind of suffered a little bit because I was kind of scared. I was scared of instructors and who I wanted to go with, and of course I was sexist about them. I really shouldn't be, and you really shouldn't be either, but I can't really tell you not to because I was. So basically what happens with Prosper Driving School is you do, I think it's a 4 or 3 week program at the beginning, which is just in classroom things. They literally have a big classroom where they teach you about driving, and it's out of the textbook. That was the most boring part of it, but I did learn a lot from it. And you got your permit the first week. You basically had like 2 days in class to study for your permit test, and then you take the permit test at the school, and they would give you a certificate if you passed, and you go to the DMV to get your permit. So I passed the first time. There was a person that had to take it 4 times. Don't be that person. It's really, really, really easy. I paid attention a lot actually, but I feel like you could pass it without paying attention. If you weren't paying attention, I feel like you could still pass it, but pay attention in your class. This class, the only thing about Prosper Driving School is it was very expensive. It was very expensive. I don't know how much it was. They don't tell me. I believe it was $1,000 for the whole entire class, and that also includes 10 in-car practices for 2 hours each. So next, once you get your permit, and I know it's $1,000, it's a lot of money. I think they do a pay thing so you guys can pay monthly. It's so worth it. And I know you're thinking, Maddie, I can just go online and get my permit and then just do in-car lessons with my parents. Sometimes I rant to people about this, and I don't want you to feel bad if you got your permit online. I feel like you don't even have to learn anything if you're taking it online and you just get your permit. I feel like there's people on the roads that do not deserve to be on the roads and that cause deaths and that are so dangerous, and I feel like part of the reason is that they didn't care about learning and they just drove. And driving is so insanely scary, and I just want to say that first before I go into any more of this video. Driving is scary, and please don't be like other people. Thankfully, it took me about 2 years to get my license, but please don't be like other people that want to rush into getting the license. You guys can go to Starbucks every morning. Don't be that person. Focus on your driving, learn how to drive, and I really hope your parents make you get your license when they know you can drive well, because the test, it wasn't on the highways, it wasn't going 75 miles per hour, it was in a neighborhood. And so that's my only thing. Please be safe if you're driving, and if you do have your license, congratulations, but please be safe. Please. Oh my god, I want to say that, but I really did want to make this video because I looked on YouTube. I know I'm going off topic, but I looked on YouTube I looked up ways to not be nervous for your driving test, how the driving test is going to go, how to prepare, etc. There was nothing. The only video I found was one from London, and I really did like that one, but it was in London, so they don't have the same rules here. This is a video. I'm in Texas, so this is a video of how my experience went in Texas. Your experience might be different if you're in a different state, but USA, I feel like it's the same. There just might be a little bit different for where you live. So the next thing after you did the in-class time and you got your permit, we learned about drunk driving. We watched a lot of videos on parents that lost their children when they got in the car and they were driving drunk or they were on their cell phone. I don't use my cell phone in the car. What I do, I sit in the garage for about 3 minutes. I pick my playlist. I find a playlist that I'm going to like, because I'm not going to get on my phone. Even when I'm sitting at lights, I try not to get on my phone. I will not get on my phone. Sorry, I don't try not to. I won't get on my phone. I turn it off. It's on Do Not Disturb. I actually have it set up, so I have Apple CarPlay. I have it set up where I can't see the text messages on my screen. I only see the playlist that I'm listening to or the map if I'm going somewhere. But please don't use your phone when you drive. I know it's tempting, and if you're sitting in back-to-back, bumper-to-bumper traffic, it's very tempting to get on your phone. Don't. Just don't. Please don't. There's some... You might be the best driver in the world, but the other drivers, some of them aren't amazing, and I'm gonna tell you, most of them are not amazing drivers. So the next thing, just moving on with this video the way I wanted to, the next thing after the in-person, like in-class hours, wanted to say this first, this was all before COVID. I did my in-car lessons during COVID, but the in-class times were all before COVID, so I don't really know how to tell you how it's going on in class in COVID. I think they're just doing it with a mask on with social distancing. So that happened. They were 2-hour classes each. They were not that bad, y'all. They really weren't. I know you might be like, oh, this is gonna suck. You can think that they really weren't that bad at all. Next was the in-person car times. I think we had to do 7 of them, 2 hours each. The first hour you would be driving, the second hour you would be observing, or vice versa, depending on your instructor. And we would drive, like the first lesson was like in the parking lot, so they would know. But I know that the 5th lesson was on the highway, so I went on the highway. The 6th lesson was parallel parking, so I had an hour to do parallel parking. And then the 7th lesson was going over the test. So the good thing about taking it at the school is that I could take my test at the school. I didn't have to go to the DMV to take it with a random person, and they knew how the test was gonna go. So moving on, after you finished your car times, if you're doing it at a driving school, even if you're not, you still have to get, I still had to get 30 hours of in-person time with my parents. Those 10 hours didn't count for my sheet, but it's fine. I still got amazing experience and I learned new things and it was great. Okay, next point, before I move on, parallel parking is not as bad as you guys think it is. Oh my god, there's so many movies where they like hit the cone and like the cones are like this close to each other and you have to like scooch in there and be like perfectly next to the curb. It's not like that. Don't be scared for parallel parking. I just want to tell you that. Don't be scared for parallel parking. I parallel parked amazingly and I'm not going to do it again in my life. So you learn it, you're gonna learn it, you're gonna have to learn it, it's on your test. But don't be scared about it. I know so many people are like, parallel parking sucks. But the way I learned it, it was so easy. They allowed me to use my camera on it, which was great. So I just had this thing in my head. I parallel parked and practiced so much. And so the line went to the curb and I knew that's where I had to be. And I was next to the curb perfectly and I didn't get any points off for that. Okay, the test. So basically what they're gonna be looking for in the test. My instructor actually told me things to watch out for in my test right before he took the test, which is so helpful. He said, don't worry about parallel parking. He said, make sure you're not close to the curb. That was a thing that I had issues with the first time I started driving. I was so scared of upcoming cars. Cars, they're gonna seem really close to you if you're going like, if there's a lane right between you, cars are going this way and you're going that way. It's gonna feel like they're really close, but they aren't. Just stay in your lane, that's all you gotta do. I learned eventually, and it's really easy to just learn where you are in your lane. I know it's scary and you're like, where the heck am I? Where the heck am I? You're in a huge vehicle. But it's pretty easy to learn once you've been practicing, and make sure you do practice before your test. Don't just go into the test once you've gotten your 30-hour parent time. So, the test. The things he reminded me of is to make sure that you look in your mirrors a lot. I actually got 10 points off for not doing that. I got a 90 on my test, but I wasn't looking a lot, and he said that's fine. A lot of new time drivers don't do that. Now when I'm driving by myself, I look all the time. You're not gonna want to be looking in your reverse mirror and your mirror up here for like more than 2 seconds. I usually just look and then I look back. You're gonna want to make sure you're looking forward the whole time. So he told me that, and then he said, let's get going. So I reversed out of my parking space and I went to the parallel parking cones. Usually on your test, they're gonna take you to your parallel parking cones first, and if you fail that, you have to drive back, which sucks, but oh my god, I'm so glad I didn't experience failing. Ugh, I'm so glad. It would have been horrible. But he took me to the parallel parking cones. I parallel parked in probably about 3 minutes. I took it slow and I said, I'm done. And he opened the door, he said, you're great. And then he said, keep going. So then we went up to the reverse area of it. There would be a place up here where he'd tell you to go. There was like a light pole and then a fire hydrant about 100 feet back, and he'd make you reverse all the way back. Biggest thing for this. Do not look forward. Do not look forward. And you're gonna want to look back your whole time. Take your hand, put it on the back of your seat, look back the whole time. Don't do this. They will fail you. I'm pretty sure they'll fail you. You'll just go back, make sure you're going. Hold your wheel, hold it. My instructor said people have issues reversing, and that was the easiest thing in the world. Just hold your wheel, don't let it move, and just reverse straight bored. It's so easy. And then he said, great. And then I went into a neighborhood, and we were in Prosper at the time. Well, I wasn't in Prosper at the time. And it was in a neighborhood that was new. A lot of construction, a lot of people in the roads, so a lot of distractions. There's something, I forgot what it's called. If I think of it, I'll put it right here. But there are people on the roads, and so you had to do a lot of, I think they called it like the 5-second rule, and I still don't know to this day what that was. The thing they told me in the car, which kind of upset me because I was so prepared for it, they would do 3 bar times with you, and then they would do a reverse into the driveway, and you'd pull into a driveway. They didn't do that. He just made me parallel park, reverse straight, and then he took me through the neighborhood. So I went through the neighborhood, I turned, make sure you're stopping at your stop signs. If you don't stop at your stop sign, like the stop sign's right here, you want to make sure you stop behind it. Do not stop in front of it, they will fail you. And so I just stopped. How I knew that I stopped, the car will rock back. You'll get used to that when you start driving. The car will rock back when you stop. And so I stopped, I looked both ways. I probably stayed there for about 2 seconds. Someone I watched on YouTube said they would spell out stop in their head, so S-T-O-P, while they're looking. Look in your mirror up here, look on your left and right mirrors, and then look behind your shoulders. That's how you do it. So I did that, and then we went back to school, and I passed, and it was great, and I was so happy when that happened. I'm trying to tell you guys other things. The test is not that hard. It really isn't that hard. Don't be scared for it. I was very nervous for it, but thankfully, I went in there, I signed in, I went. I didn't have to wait for that long, thankfully. So don't be scared for your test. Things to bring to your test. Like I said, my test was at the driving school, so all I needed was my 30-hour parent log, my permit. Since I'm under 18, my mom had to bring her license and verify of herself. I had to have my permit, obviously, my verification of enrollment, so you can get that from your school. It just tells you that you're at that school, and then proof of insurance, which is in your car. So that's all we needed, I think. I think that's all we needed. So pretty easy. And then we scheduled an appointment at the DMV. I actually liked that COVID was going on right now because of the DMV, because I just had my appointment. It took me about 10 minutes to get in and out of there to get my license. You have to do, before you get your license as well, you have to take the Texas Impact driving course. It's like, it took me about 3 hours to do at the most. And I just watched these videos, and all the videos were people that died because of drunk driving or texting while driving. Just be careful, guys. The first thing my dad taught me when I was driving is defensive driving. You want to be a defensive driver. If you're in a 4-way stop and you have the next turn, don't fight for your turn. If someone goes before you, deal with it. Don't fight with your turn, and don't risk getting into a wreck because you have the right of way. Sometimes, a lot of the times, people are going to take the right of way from you. But I've learned to just give them it because you don't want to die because of a silly little right of way thing. So, follow the laws. I have some friends. When you get your license and you're under the age of 21, you can only have 1 minor in your car. And as much family as you want, but only 1 minor that isn't related to you in the car. And I have a lot of friends that disobey that. Don't do that, guys. Please don't get arrested because we're disobeying the easiest law in the world. The easiest law in the world. I know you want to drive so many people, but it's for your safety. Make sure you do that. But I think that's all I have in this video. If I do have more, I will add it in the description down below. But I'll put the link to Prosper Driving School down below if you live close to me. I did have to pay $65 for my actual test. That's just because they have to pay their bills some way. They have 4 cars of their own there. Expensive, but it was totally worth it. I'm just telling y'all now, you don't want to take with a random person. It's not. I didn't do it, obviously, but I wouldn't want to do that. So I'll link that down below. All my socials will be down below. Follow me on Instagram. I also have a Facebook page, so go like that. I do some singing videos, and I also just give you guys updates anytime, and you guys might get some behind the scenes things. As to upcoming videos, I want to do some mental health related videos. I have anxiety, so I want to do some videos on that and how I cope with it. I also really want to do my winter morning routine. I haven't done a morning routine yet, so I think that would be really fun. I'm not going to do Vlogmas because I can't post 25 days back to back, but I might do 12 days of Christmas, and I might just do 12 videos every other day, so that would be fun. I don't know, I might just do vlogs. I think that would be fun. If you guys agree with that and you guys want to see that, comment down below and I can do that for you. So yeah, I'll see you guys later. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope it helped. Once again, I couldn't find many videos like this on YouTube, and it really scared me because I was like, why didn't people make this video? So it's how to prepare for your driving test, Texas edition, also USA. I doubt there's many other changes in other countries, but go ahead and subscribe, hit that big red subscribe button, and hit the notification bell so you guys can get updates anytime I upload. And yeah, that's all. Go follow my Instagram and follow my Facebook, and also go follow me on TikTok. I make a lot of fun videos on that too. So hope you guys have a great day, and I love you guys, and be safe on those roads, y'all.
Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh.